True.
He apologized profusely and said he'd handle it immediately. Kate got called into his office within the hour. I didn't hear the conversation, but I saw her walk out looking like she'd seen a ghost. Her face was bright red and she wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. She avoided me completely for the next few days. Didn't say a word to me. Didn't even look in my direction. Then exactly 1 week
Oh,
later, she went
Maya!
fired for harassment and creating
There you are! Finally!
sent out a company-wide email.
It's gone worse the entire town. It's just look around, the same is happening here as well. The metal and plus. What a dumb bitch. Sorry, but she was a dumb.
Let's package Kathleen to one sweet order.
This is Lucha, and it's one of 39 Pokemon still missing.
Oh, Markiplier played that game too.
Yellow played The Dark Side of the Pussycat Dolls Deep Dive. I wanna watch that. Do you mean Lux Solids? They were saying, yeah, I haven't seen their like since they built the train up in our town way back when. Oh, this is lost. Right up. Wrong the villagers up to leave. People now, good luck. We both need it.
But people don't even know the story. They have no idea. I was the one singing.
Well,
Allez dire à ma mère que maintenant je suis esclave de Jésus.
Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm Shelby.
Je suis un peu.
We dive into cold and magical stories. Successful girl groups of all time. The Pussycat Dolls. First, we'll start by unlocking the secrets of the Pussycat Dolls beginning. Thanks to the creative now infamous. We're going to get just how amazing our record label.
oh come on! You can get in the stupid spinner.
Yeah. And see, site lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. Right now is such an exciting time for concerts with Taylor Swift touring her Eras tour and Beyonce taking over with her Formation tour. You are not going to want to miss out. So we came through for you guys. Use our deep dive for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code DEEPDIVE. Make sure you click the link in the description box to download the app. Thank you so much to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back into the history of just how the Pussycat Dolls came to be.
The Pussycat Dolls franchise actually started almost 30 years ago with one woman named Robin Antin. So let's bring it back to the early 90s. Robin Antin, a professional dancer and choreographer, is taking a dance class where she meets Christina Applegate, who many don't know
Applegate?
is also a professional dancer. They
Sound like
become
a-
best friends, then
or
became
horse
actual
name.
roommates when Robin moved into Christina's house. Robin would spend her nights putting together these amazing dance
Oh,
numbers
this
in Christina's
metamorphosis.
garage turned dance
Water,
studio.
the soil,
Christina Applegate
even
knew
fire.
choreographed
How
dances
is it
could become
any
an
of this
incredible
even
show.
possible?
So, she used
Does
her
Crimson
connections
Knight
with
have a
the world to
replacement
get
for
Robin
every
in the show
element
Johnny
knows
Depp's
to do
Viper
us?
Room. The Viper Room
How
is a
can
nightclub
something so
inviting visitors
contaminating
frequented
come
by
out of
many
nowhere?
popular elites. Located
Right?
on the Sunset
My
Strip in
hepatitis-
West
my-
Hollywood, Robin
my
envisioned a
hepatitis-
more burlesque-styled theatrical
hepatitis-
dance troupe.
hepatitis-
That would provide a show giving the
I
audience
can't
all
say
the
this
sensual
word.
thrill of a strip
Hepatitis
club, but without the
was
nudity.
that
Without
containing the
Robin
blue
had to work
moon
preparing her group of dancers
would
and
prevent
teach
any
them
new
every
outbreaks
single
of Crimson
costume that they
Knight.
would wear.
But
The
now
troupe went
that
on to
I'm
audition in
seeing
front
it
of Johnny
spread
Depp
through
himself,
these
and
waters
Johnny loved the
uncontrollably,
performance so
nothing
much,
seems
he
safe
wanted
from
the
their
dance troupe to become a
relentless
Viper
virus
Room
anymore.
staple, a burlesque show
I
that
can't
took
help
place
but
every
wonder
single
if we
Thursday
missed
night,
something.
and that show would be
Could
called
we
The
have-
Pussycat Dolls.
Could we have done something to prevent this? If we don't do anything now, this element might wipe out everything in Velua we hold dear. Rigo, we must find a way to help Crimson Knight. I believe I might hold the key to stop it. Maya, what do you mean? The Titan essence we collected, when all of them are reunited, they can form a weapon against Crimson Knight. But I still need the water essence. Does one of you know where I can find Chalshiu? Have you gone mad? She's in Ixcon, the very epicenter of this outbreak. The Coromon around there are already the strongest in Velua. Imagine if there have bending powers like that Lumoon. No, you can't go there. We must explore the alternatives first. So then we were on the right track. All 6 main elements. They have always shown extraordinary capability when combined. Rosen. I agree with Maya. Going into XCon is the right decision. Rico, why would you even think about sending Maya up there? Look around. We can't even contain the Crimson Knight here. XCon must be far worse. Thinking about it, Roseanne, remember what we used to contain that Lumoon in the lab? A compound of the main elements, of course, exactly. And Maya here as the purest form of these elements in the essence collector. This might be our only chance, our final ray of hope. I see now. This might indeed be the breakthrough we need. But I won't be dawdling around. We must support Maya with the very sense of our expertise. Science! With what we learned from the Lumoon, we might be able to help. Even the smallest contribution would do. We owe that to Maya. Wriggle, permission to leave this desolate place and continue with our own research? Of course, I can only applaud your willingness to help. Well then, Maya, I think it's time to forge ahead now and embark on the battle against Crimsonite. The submerged tunnel southwest of town will lead you to the ruin of Excon to your goal. You can do this. I believe in you. We all believe in you, Maya. Please be careful out there. Don't take unnecessary risk until we are there to support you. Bye. See you soon, I hope. What? I love the Crimson Knight in Ville. I love the starry eyes look that new battle researchers have when they got their starters. I love the mystery that I love the Coromon and please don't let Crimson Knight change all that. Oh, I won't. Hey, baby. Well, what am I supposed to do? Sorry. Only 4? Dang, what? Where am I supposed to go now, though? I don't know. There it is. I know you're expecting good old Larry, funny old Larry, quirky old Larry. Well, this is not the time for jokes. The world is ending. Look, I've given you every module I have at this time. Instead, why don't you just take some of these items that I earned from my milestone before I became a supervisor? Okay, nice. What is this ship? What is that? Extra nutritious food for your Pergy? What did he just give me? I'm so confused. I don't know what I just got. Okay, I need to get down there. But do not remember how to get up right there. What the heck? Okay, how am I supposed? What the heck? Okay. What? What the? My brain. Okay. Gonna bring you back. Oh, I'm not. A note here says self-service until further notice. Yes. So I just put them telepathically. Nice. Nice. I can just buy shit here. Chào má và tá liền. I can do that.
Ça y arrive pas là les deux.
There you go. Oh, my mom? Mom? Maya, you okay? It's so good to hear your voice. I'm a nervous wreck. I just came back from the fortune teller and she said a sinister energy grows closer to Maya. You've gotta promise me. Maya, promise me you won't do anything. Oh, Mom, I'll try to be careful. Don't worry. What do you mean, try? Oh, look, I'm going to transfer money into your account right away. Please buy yourself enough cakes or spinners or whatever else you need to assure your safety. Well. That is generous for my mom. Dang, 25,000. It's like I didn't even waste it. It's like I didn't even spend any money. So confused. How am I supposed to get there? Holy frick. Holy frick! Christina Applegate. Alligera. What?
One of the dancers brought along one of her friends. This just so happened to be Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani was watching in awe as the dog
Gwen Stefani.
Gorgeous. Knew this was her chance to grow the show even more. So she approached her and asked her if she wanted to perform as a guest Pussycat doll.
No, it's so hot. Look at how cute. Look at G. Tonight is a really, really special night with Gwen. I mean, everyone is dying. It really is. It's so exciting, and also because she, I mean, just the way that she performs and the way that she sings the songs, it's so awesome. I'm just so good, you know.
Having a guest performer like Gwen Stefani on the Viper Room stage caused the already popular show to grab the attention of some of the most famous celebrities of the late 90s and very early 2000s. Stars such as Carmen Electra, Paris Hilton, Kelly Osbourne, Brittany Murphy, Pamela Anderson, Britney Spears, Kim Kardashian, and Christina Aguilera would all make appearances in the show as guest Pussycat dolls.
The first time I saw them actually was Gwen Stefani had done it at the Viper Room. It just looked like fun to get up there and do songs that weren't your own. I just got done doing Moulin Rouge too. Robin Anton was the choreographer of the Pussycat Dolls and originator. It was all her ideas. She made the ideas for the costumes. Really talented girl. She's great. I was a guest performer on the show.
Christina again.
The Pussycat Dolls began to grow beyond the Viper Room stage as they would begin to make cameos in television specials, advertisements, and even made a film debut in Charlie Angel's Full Throttle. For 7 years, the Pussycat Dolls put on an impeccable show every single week. But it was time for the next big step. Robin needed to figure out how she could turn her insanely popular burlesque show into an entire franchise and money-making machine. Gwen Stefani got in touch with Jimmy Iovine, the founder of Interscope, which is a major record label, and told him he has to come down to the Viper Room to check out the dolls. Jimmy absolutely loved the group, but he's in the business of music, and the dolls at the time were primarily dancers. However, Jimmy had an idea that would convert the Pussycat Dolls name from a burlesque residency to a hit recording act that would strike gold in the Billboard charts. Now, mind you, this is back in 2002. At the time, record labels were beginning to really struggle, especially as file-sharing services such as LimeWire and Napster were allowing people to consume music more freely. The main revenue source for record labels were album sales, as they didn't take a cut from artists' merchandising, brand deals, or touring. But that was all about to change when Jimmy Iovine and Robin Antin came together to create the first 360 deal in the industry.
This was the first 360 deal ever done in the music industry, which is now standard.
What's
so
that mean?
that means that the label and the brand Pussycat Dolls were in a partnership together. Basically, with the I was a cast member in the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do what I was told, sign up and get my leg up and throw down as a doll. So as far as like us being in the driving seat of what gigs we were doing and how much we were making, I definitely wasn't in those conversations.
Together, they created Pussycat Dolls Incorporated, where Robin Antin would own 50% of the company and Interscope would own the other 50%. Now again, this deal was just so different from industry standard. First of all, the owner of the corporation was not the artist or performers. You know how like Miley Cyrus owns Miley Incorporated. In this case, it's basically the manager, Robin, and record label, Interscope, who have complete ownership and benefit the most monetarily. Second of all, Interscope, the record company, was profiting 50% not just off of music sales, but brand deals, clothing lines, touring, private performances, and the list just goes on and on. However, Pussycat Dolls, the brand, could make money. Interscope and Robin were profiting. This kind of deal with a record label means the actual artists and performers, you know, the very people the entire brand is tailored around, those people, they get paid substantially less, as they are essentially just salaried employees, or in this case, cast members, hired on by the company, Pussycat Dolls Incorporated. Before going on the search for new talent, Interscope and Robin did sign a few dolls from the original burlesque troupe. Carmit Bakar, professional dancer and rhythmic gymnast, had been a part of the Pussycat Dolls since their start at the Viper Room in 1995. And she would be the very first doll signed into the recording group. Jessica Setta, an actress, professional cheerleader, and dancer,
let's
would
go
also
do
be
this.
brought into the musical group. Ashley Roberts, a dancer who had also been featured in quite a few music videos for artists such as Aaron Carter and Pink, would also join the dolls. The next doll signed, Kimberly Wyatt, met Robin Antin on the set of Nick Lachey's music video for the song Shut Up.
Shit.
And it was then when Robin asked Kimberly if she would join the Pussycat Dolls as a dancer. Now that Pussycat Dolls Inc. already had 4 dolls signed on, Jimmy Iovine and Robin would go on the hunt for their new cast members, you know, the pop stars that would take the Pussycat Dolls to the next level. Jimmy wanted to
Oh my god.
so they placed an ad for auditions that aired just one month. To find talent, 500 inspiring performers would show up to audition. Amongst them was Melody, incredible dancer who graduated from high school when she saw the Pussycat Dolls flash across her screen. Melody was vocalist, as the label loved how her voice had this Christina Aguilera-esque vibe, which was perfect for that burlesque meets Pussycat Dolls were born, and they would immediately get to work.
Heat wave? So, what does it do? Summons a burning heat wave, increasing the effectiveness. Okay. Okay. That one is 70. That one is 100.
In 2004, the Pussycat Dolls started off by recording songs such as Shark Tale and Shall We Dance. But the PCD project
Okay, so,
really
I'm
transformed
gonna-
into something truly special and unique when chairman of Universal Music Group Doug Morris suggested that the Dolls record a song called
Oops.
Don't Ya, which was written by Busta Rhymes and CeeLo Green. Now, Don't Ya was an already moderately successful song, already released by artist Tori Alamaz.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? That's how the song goes. That's just a little hook, a little small piece of it.
Who wound up signing over the rights to the song in order to be released from the record.
I'll tell you about it. Because I'm going to give my whole house some credit. I originally wrote that song for her. It's Tori Alamaz. I guess I got to say it. She wasn't necessarily a Don't You girl. You know, Tori was not like that. She's just a cool, kind of easy kind of girl. Well, Don't You was kind of like going around. It became like everybody was like, they were saying, the Don't You girl. Nobody knew I had anything to do with it. So we got her.
Really?
of Don't Ya, Ron said they had a scramble and get it. In a shocking 30 days, they recorded the entire album for the Pussycat Dolls. Now,
What?
Kai Jones would be the first doll to leave the group. At the time, she chalked it up to not everyone being on the same page, and that it was no longer fun. But there was a much more sinister side to the story that would come out over a decade later.
One or two cases where I pushed the button on which song, and that would definitely be in Pussycat Dolls. Because after Dog Show was gigantic #1, I felt like there's no possible way we're gonna have another dance record that's gonna be. So I thought that we switch it up. If we could have that come as a second single and it's a hit, that would break the group, and I was right, and the song was Stick to It.
Now, the Pussycat Dolls' debut album, titled PCD, was released in September of 2005, producing massive hit after featuring the Snoop Dogg. Their debut album truly had a and it seems like everyone in their brand Wish Your Girlfriend was Hot Like Me. PCD, the album, debuted and peaked at and has sold 3 million copies. International commercial success.
Dang.
Now, the dolls were put on an expensive
No, my brother.
for them. The dolls may have had the industry
Shit.
backing them. However, it was clear the general public was accepting every single PCD was throwing at them, making the Pussycat Dolls a cultural phenomenon. And every song they released is a hit.
Melody, Kimberly, Jessica, better know.
They are 6 drop-dead beautiful and super talented ladies who can virtually do it all.
Music's sexiest sextet. Who are they, folks? Hottest 5 women in music.
It is time for soul domination.
Yes, that's it.
Give it up for the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh no.
The Pussycat Dolls had really cemented their name as the most successful girl group. However, people did start to notice a massive difference between PCD and other popular bands. Most pop groups usually each member had a chance to shine and showcase their vocal abilities. But in the Pussycat Dolls, the whole story with some backing vocals. Essentially, it looks as if Kimberly, Ashley, Kermit, Jessica, and Melody were just the backup dancers.
What we're doing at the moment and the idea to have her as the front girl and then the girls behind, it works. It does work. And I do think they've had a good album, but they have killed it. I don't know what that's just together. Really annoys me that goes, you never really hear and they actually wanted to launch her as a solo artist in the beginning, didn't they? That was basically why they brought her.
Oh, my ankle.
Now, the entire group being wrapped around the pole was really starting to get attention behind the scenes. Each member of the Pussycat Dolls had so much talent, but they just weren't given the chance to show the world what they were capable of. With the group's dynamic come out on stage at times, like when the Pussycat Dolls performed live at the American Music Awards in 2006. It was obvious they were all competing with each other vocally as they were wailing and yelling over one another in a very, very chaotic and now infamous performance.
I think when you're on stage, if you allow everybody to really shine, I think that gains a bigger audience and it relates to so many more people. And I know within that group there is so much talent that we've only just sort of scratched the surface.
Melody, for example, was brought into the group solely for her vocal ability.
I was I had no experience in the industry at all. It was a really difficult process for me because I got into the group to sing. If I didn't do it, I was going home.
I've seen the film clips.
Yes.
You are not a bad dancer.
I was able to pull it off, and that's it.
She was supposed to be a lead singer, but record label never showcased her singing, which was the entire reason she was initially a part of the group. Now, Robin Antin did coach and train Melody in regards to dancing, but she didn't have the same experiences as the other dolls who had been dancing since they were toddlers. So she would wind up struggling with some of the choreo, and because of that, the public would make fun of Melody for being the quote, worst dancer of the group. She was really just set up to fail in the group because her strengths weren't being utilized. And according to Melody, this caused her to have a major identity crisis.
Within the Pussycat Dolls, everyone says, oh my god, you're a pro dancer, it's going to be so easy for you. When actually, I'm primarily a singer. I'd never taken a dance class a day in my life. Okay. So, throughout my entire career, I got into the dolls when I was 19. Throughout my career, it's just been like stuff thrown at me, like, here, figure this out, figure that out. Dancing with these women who have been dancing since they were 3 years old, and it's like, you're opening for the Black Eyed Peas, you're gonna do a 30-minute set, you're it out, or you're out of the group.
According to a few of the PCE members, aside from the obvious overemphasis on Nicole as the lead singer, she allegedly also received special treatment and was overall treated better compared to the other dolls. Nicole had a manager going into the Pussycat Dolls who would eventually become the entire group's manager. So she really had someone looking out for her and her best interests at all times. It also appeared based on various interviews with the dolls that Nicole was kind of on her own island, and the other dolls basically didn't form a really strong connection or friendship with her.
I mean, I did, but it was with the dolls, and it was.
That was a group. That was a group.
Yeah, I know you never know me. I just Ashley. Yeah. And even in the group, I wasn't allowed to talk. Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking quiet. Oh, I told her not. Only Nicole was allowed to speak. She's supposed to. We would pitch in every now and then. Why did it say that then? Did that not drive you nuts? Are you serious? Why do you think the band broke up? You too. They're still around. They're still together. Like, everything down the middle, they're all equal. You know what I mean? It's like.
Wasn't that the case for you guys?
No.
You never kind of knew where she stood when it came to Nick. Like, I think I often would say, Nick, the only thing I really wish from you is for you to really want to be here. Because I know I love being here, but I don't think
Wow,
really
first
felt
try.
that love and want back. Quite often, you do feel somewhat discarded. Yeah, there was never an intention to create a relationship that felt like a proper, I don't know, girl band, but we were never really built as a girl band. Really, it was a joint business venture that we were cast members.
What am I supposed to do then?
So, hold that against the lead singer? I don't know. The record label? I don't know. Like, head of the dolls? I don't know.
Rhino. Robin Antin was set on turning her Pussycat Doll dream into an entire empire. Launching PCE makeup, a lingerie line,
Oh, cool.
she wanted to open the entire Pussycat Dolls casino, and in 2007, the reality show The Search for the Next Star.
About finding your inner doll and truly
Basically, whoever won the show would join the Pussycat Dolls as the 7th member. Asia Natalano was the winner, but after she performed alongside the Pussycat Dolls just a few times, Asia opted not to join the group as the 7th member, in pursuit of her solo career. So the original 6 dolls started on their next album titled Doll Domination. However, in March of 2008, Carmet Bashar, the longest performing Pussycat doll, announced that she was leaving the group, stating, "I wanted to be the first to tell you, I am no longer with the Pussycat Dolls, but we will always be sisters forever." Carmet left to produce the Zodiac show, which was like the rock and roll version of Cirque du Soleil.
So how do you love being a Pussycat Doll?
I'm a former Pussycat Doll, actually. Yeah, I just left the group 2 months ago, and I'm ecstatic. But those girls are my sisters forever. I'll always be a Pussycat Doll. But I got some new exciting projects. So watch out for my solo album, my show.
The five dolls went on to release Doll Domination in September of 2008, debuting as number 4 on the Billboard Hot 200. The album did not live up to its predecessor, but it did produce one of the Pussycat Dolls' biggest and most memorable songs of all time. When I Grow Up, the dolls would perform this song at every award show, and it seemed as though there was once again another Pussycat Doll invasion. And the album did have a few successful singles such as Hush 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 Hush, What You Think About That, and Jai Ho. It had my personal second favorite song of all time, Bottle Pop, and there was even a song called Out of This Club featuring R. Kelly. However, the song has since been pulled from the album and streaming services after the airing of Surviving R. Kelly. Overall, even with the success of When I Grow Up, Doll Domination was not considered a commercial success due to poor album sales. However, the dolls would embark on the Doll Domination World Tour to promote the album. Neo and Lady Gaga were announced as the main opening acts for the tour. Now, the Doll Domination World Tour was the beginning of the end for the Pussycat Dolls. They had been working non-stop for 6 years. It was tour after tour, leaving almost no room for sleeping. Most of the dolls have since come out and said they sacrificed so much to be a doll. But between the sheer amount of work and stress, they were totally burnt out, and in some cases, sick.
No, we actually weren't always close because we were together and we were, they didn't even put sleep in our schedules. So we were like a family and got on each other's nerves.
There weren't hotel rooms all the time. You were sleeping on a bus. Sometimes you were sleeping in a van. Sometimes you were sleeping, not sleeping. Sleeping walking.
We had then sort of given up our lives for the Pussycat Dolls. Yeah, so I wrote, what is the purpose of all of this? Why am I sustaining this amount of stress and anxiety, and what would life look like without it?
Now, on top of being overworked, the record label made it even more obvious that Melody, Jessica, Kimberly, and Ashley were just considered cast members of the group. See, the song Jai Ho was listed as
Rhino.
This really upset Melody, and in 2009, when the Pussycat Dolls were on stage opening for Britney Spears' circus tour, Melody said, By 2010, Kimberly and Ashley were seemingly fed up and ready to focus on their own solo careers. And now, with half of the Pussycat Dolls gone, the entire group decided to
There's something.
and focus on their own careers.
So I fractured my 11th rib, and they had.
Why
It was really tough for me. All right, so once your rib healed, though, were you able to rejoin?
That's hard.
You know what? When I broke my rib, it really made me take a look at what I wanted in my life, and it wasn't to be a part of the Pussycat Dolls anymore. It was to step out on my own and not be in the shadow of Nicole anymore.
Because there have been rumors that you guys have split up.
Yeah, a couple of girls have left the group.
But then why?
Because they wanted to go and do their own projects and stuff. Their own
And
stuff.
why did you let them do that?
I mean, I don't control them.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Be quiet. It's up to them what they want to do, and I just think
Dolls. And most of the girls wanted to go off and do their own thing, and I totally supported that. Like, you know what? I get it. You want to, do something else.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Nicole, and Nicole's, really my partner and everything. So Nicole would be there, and bring in your girls, and really, really cool.
Now, also in 2010,
What? Huh?
League is back too.
Oh my god.
We played the album for the Pussycat Dolls. It's the first time they ever heard the song.
They were created
a lot of pressure put on her during her stint with PCD, and she did open up about how those years were a pretty dark time for her, as she was struggling with an ED. She stated, every time I had a second to be alone, I was doing something to myself. You get like blisters on your hands or scars on your hands, and I try to hide those, but I think the girls could tell.
I didn't realize that disease that she had. She kept that from us.
I just hated myself. I was in a group and I never felt so alone in my life. I never did drugs, but hurting myself was my addiction.
There was nothing left
Oh,
to do.
Nicole.
Get help or die.
The music is what saved me.
I think it's safe to say that all of the members in the group really did struggle and have a dark time during their stay. The Pussycat Dolls, it was a money-making machine.
Luna. Est tellement
There was rumors that the Pussycat Dolls would be in the 90s, and that's when Kaya Jones would make some shocking allegations about the Pussycat Dolls on Twitter. She tweeted out, my truth, I wasn't in a girl group. I was in a...
Ils ont des grandes oreilles.
We happened to sing and be famous, while everyone who owned us made the money. The Pussycat Dolls statement was put out denying these claims. In a nutshell, the statement said that the Pussycat Dolls stands for women empowerment.
L'autre est en arrière de
That
toi.
if Kaya experienced something that they were unaware of,
L'autre est en arrière, là. En haut.
and that they would be there to support her. Robin Anton, the creator of the Pussycat Dolls, spoke to the Blast saying
They're
that the
so
allegations are
cute.
disgusting, ridiculous lies. There would end up being a lawsuit between Robin Anton and the publishers of Daily Mail over these allegations. There's a lot to the story that we can't fully cover here, so BJ and I get into this whole ordeal on our new channel Study Break, so be sure to check that out. Anyways,
She's so
fans of the
soft.
Pussycat Dolls
Did you want to play late with me,
for a
baby?
reunion. And through the years, there were plenty of rumors that the group might
Kinda.
actually get back together.
Kinda?
Former dolls said that they would absolutely reunite. The timing just had to be right. Melly said that she would also return, but there needed to be more equality and respect for each other as well.
We're gonna come back.
Ah ouais? Je le donne à Luna, regarde si elle a bien nettoyé.
Dang, girl. She have a clean tongue.